National tragedy. It was United Airlines Flight 93, and passenger Mark Bingham was able to call his mother on his cell phone from a locked bathroom to tell her that the plane was being hijacked. Bingham's mother, Alice Hoglan, spoke earlier with Peter Jennings.
He said, "I just wanted to let you know that I love you." He was repeating that thing he had told Kathy a moment before. I told him, "We love you, Mark." And he said, "I'm on a flight, flight 93, United Flight 93 from Newark to San Francisco, and there are 3 guys that have taken over the flight, and they say they have a bomb. And I'm calling you from the airphone on the plane," meaning not his cell phone, I guess. I found out since that he was sitting in the last part of first class and that the flight was fairly light, not very many passengers, 45 people aboard. So he may well be able to take a proactive part in that, and he intended to do is target. I certainly hope so anyway.
Ms. Hoglan, I hate interviews like this at this moment, and I'm sure you are suffering in ways that we cannot imagine. Did your son say anything else to you about the circumstances on board the flight?
No, I wasn't able to be. He was cut off. Can you hear me all right?
I can indeed.
The plane, the phone went dead after a few seconds. I got the impression that he was being distracted badly by something going on around him. I didn't hear anything except sort of confusion. I didn't hear any explosions, any yelling, just voices, and then he seemed quite distracted about being a quite calm voice. So I was a very close fellow, and then repeated that he loved us. He emphasized to me that what he was telling me was true. I told him I believed him, that we loved him, and the phone went dead.
Terrible, terrible news from the mother of Mark Bingham, one of the passengers on board one of the 4 commercial airline jets that were hijacked this morning. Several of those passengers on many of those airplanes were, in fact, able to use their cell phones. Many of them were reported on the phone when they called loved ones that they had been hijacked. Many of them had been herded to the back of the plane. They reported to loved ones that hijackers had, in many cases, attacked, stabbed flight attendants with knives that they had somehow managed to bring on board, something that is now going to be, the FBI will investigate as a tremendous security breach. That later on, in one case, the pilot of the aircraft was taken to the back of the airplane, according to some reports, but several people were able to, in those terrifying moments, when I'm sure they knew something very terrible was on its way to happening, were able to call somebody, loved ones, on their cell phone and talk with them.